Well, this really is the fixture of all fixtures in Italian football. The game that means everything, the game that is everything. Don't even pretend to know what happens next. It is time to abandon all reason, to forget form, just to lose yourself in the hour or two of this mayhem between the two Milan sides, and whatever will be at the end of it all. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. The Milan derby, one of the most eagerly anticipated games in the world. Yet another edition of this never-ending rivalry, Jim.
Well, Peter, a derby with over a century of history and two huge institutions. It's a game, no matter what the dynamic or the significance, has always been a really highly charged affair that's utterly unmissable, and I expect this one to be no different.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Yet another page in the history of this grand old rivalry. A game this so far beyond the ordinary. Interesting ball. It's a goal kick. And it's Loftus-Cheek. And here's Chukwueze, Loftus-Cheek. And here's Abraham. That's tidy. The ball has bounced loose now. Very nicely done. First quarter of an hour gone.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Tomori cuts out the pass. Has a look and plays it forward. Musa. Now it's Rafael Leao. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. That's a lovely, neat pass. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Çalhanoğlu. Correa. He's free, he has... And Martinez! And he's there to belt it away.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Chukwueze carries the ball down the right. Di Marco. Thuram is herring after that one. Loftus-Cheek. Musa. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Musa! In he goes again! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
And it's Correa. Now it's Martinez. Nice control. Ashlani. Abraham. Bisek producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Martinez. Correa. Milan applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course, the returns can be terrific. Cleared away. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Correa is in a really good position out wide. Chukwueze. Loftus-Cheek. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Musa. He could be in here. And he's cut it out. Chalhanoglu. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. Well, you'd have to say it's a game that has very much lived up to the pre-game expectations. Passions running pretty high, rivals going at each other 100 miles an hour. You wonder whether they can keep this up. Inter Milan head to the dressing room, not yet having broken through. Tight, cagey game. Neither team any further forward than they were when they started out. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been...
Can he put it away? And it's a goal!
Oh, the skipper has made such an important difference to put them in the lead again, but they can't afford to retreat and defend for the rest of this second half. To do that would invite trouble. Yeah, the pass was bang on, and he just had to ensure he didn't stray offside. The finish was actually bang on too.
Inter Milan penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Correa has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. Oh, great chance! Cleared without hesitation. Ball's gone out of play. And the finish! Yes, it's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less. Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
Abraham. Chukwueze. Fofana. And that's a... Rafael Leao! Goal, Milan! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Milan take the lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
And it's hoisted clear. Thuram concedes a free kick for that. And he has shown him a yellow card. Real chance here! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Quest'oggi è di 80.953 spettatori.
Martinez. Çalhanoğlu. It's Çalhanoğlu!
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Bastoni getting this one clear. Now it's Thuram. And it's Çalhanoğlu. That has been cut short. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And that has been knocked clear. Loftus-Cheek has created one goal already. Rafael Leao.
Inter may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
Barella. Martinez, given the lift of his goal. That's very neat. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up. Milan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 11.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Numero 9. Lasciano il campo per il numero 22, il numero 7, il numero
Reinders.
8. Cambio di giocatori.
Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Hernandez. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Asllani. And he was alert to it. Now, what about a counter-attack? That's a promising run he's making on the right. Oh, he's onto this. Jovic. No, that's been intercepted. Good running, strong and purposeful.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Zielinski. Nice. There's the shot! There it is! Tying minutes, and we're all square again. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, and all engineered, Peter, by some smart running and movement. That's already something to admire, but how about the pass? Just wonderful. Loved it.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 23, numero 21. Lasciano il campo per il numero 16, il numero 28.
Darmian deals with that comfortably. He's gone forward, and here's Chukwueze.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Jovic. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. The referee's come over. It's a red card. So seemingly that was deemed a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, Peter, I don't think he even had time to blink. This is just a spontaneous reaction.
The final whistle is imminent, but I do think he'll allow time for this free kick. A chance! Milan take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid it.
Martinez! Decent enough try.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Joao Felix. And that will be the final act. Inter Milan illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with, but as we have seen, so many... Well, this really is the fixture of all fixtures in Italian football. The game that means everything, the game that is everything. Don't even pretend to know what happens next. It is time to abandon all reason, to forget form, just to lose yourself in the hour or two of this mayhem between the two Milan sides, and whatever will be at the end of it all. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. One of the world's great city rivalries, the Milan derby. It has its own chapter in the story of the Italian game.
Well, Peter, a derby with over a century of history and two huge institutions. It's a game, no matter what the dynamic or the significance, has always been a really highly charged affair that's utterly unmissable, and I expect this one to be no different.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. It's us or them, always has been, always will be.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, demands something highly charged. Yeah, we all know who's better on paper or in the rankings, but pride and passion can be a great leveller, especially here.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, this fella, Maignan, we all remember him, Peter, from his stint in his native France. That time he took an unfancied side to the title against all the odds. I think he had...
Barella! And it's a goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Inter Milan penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Reinders. Inter Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Barella did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Martinez really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Fofana. And here's Rafael Leao. He's picked his way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Martinez. Martinez unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Shapes to shoot! Now, who's going to be first to this? That'll be a corner. And we have our very first corner. Reinders with the short one. Oh, that's nice. And he gets rid in a hurry. Bissek has got himself a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken. João Felix. And he was alert to it. Barella looking to add to his goal. Correa providing an outlet on that flank. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. João Felix. João Felix! And one more try! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
All he'll be thinking is, please, ground, swallow me up.
Chukwueze proves just a little bit too strong. João Felix.
Inter can certainly afford to see this half out now and
Abraham!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Denied brilliantly.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Milan have their second corner now. Reinders plays it short. Oh, such a clever touch. Good read, needed to be. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Chelhanoglu. Correa. Now it's Martinez. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Reinders. And here's the chance to counter. Correa. It's just beyond his reach. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And here's Rafael Leao. He's having a go. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that, and still very much in this game.
Well, it's been an enthralling game so far, this meeting of regular rivals. High intensity, high in passion. Tough game for the officials to this point, but that is unlikely to change. Inter Milan come in, having established that lead. A game where the narrative is, at least in terms of the scoreline, so far so good. Here we go again then. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. No, he's not getting past him there. Chance here to counter. Damian. And it's Correa. Barella. And here's Lautaro Martinez.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Abraham. Now it's... Can he finish? Dispatched clinically. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And it's another really good show of character. I love the spirit and togetherness they muster. Never know when they're beaten. Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's a very good...
Oh, he's been caught napping.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because...
Real chance! Inter Milan have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Çalhanoğlu chooses to go back.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Fofana can get it clear. Who saw this coming? Inter Milan are hurt by just about the final punch. Musa. Rafael Leao. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Oh, he's looking to get away, but the defending is persistent, adhesive. And they can counter here. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Oh, nice touch. Oh, the ball's gone astray. That's a corner kick. Bisek, bustling and very visible inside the box.
Well, he is someone you can count on to get his head to it, one way or another, Peter.
Fofana attempts a clearance. Milan are looking to go forward now. That's a decent clearance. He's having a hit! Inter Milan, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And here's Lautaro Martinez. And here's Thuram. Barella. Thuram! Goal! Inter! Into the lead once more. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 9.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Yeah, I think he's trying to stay one step ahead of his opponents here, maintain the upper hand, so to speak. I can see that.
Inter Milan get themselves into the lead.
Oh, that's tremendous. They've shown it again and again in this competition. They'll fight to the very end. You have to admire them for their spirit.
Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Martinez. Now the finish! They've scored! And there's the goal they've been looking for. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
So the lead now. Rafael Leao! Just 5 minutes remaining now. Martinez absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Barella puts his foot on the gas. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Tomori gets over and intercepts. Ashlani, keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Oh, that was vital. And he's there to get it away. Tomori moved on forwards. Oh, what a pass! DiMarco. Martinez might just make this. Arnautovic. So that's it. It is all over. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done.